Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of GFC Hollywood and Friends. With me tonight, we have Mauro for GFC Silicon Valley. Hi, Mauro, how are you doing?
I'm quite well. Thank you.
Billo, that is split between GFC Hollywood and GFC Silicon Valley, but from Santa Barbara.
Hi, guys.
There we have Giulio and Eduardo.
Hello, everyone.
And Raffaele, that is joining us from New Jersey, and is ready to an exciting weekend. If you want to talk a little bit about what's going to happen this weekend, Raffaele. So,
sure. You like me to
yeah.
So it's going to be an exciting weekend for
Hey, ciao,
Juventini. For the Juventini here in the area. So we're going to have some exciting events starting Friday night all the way until Sunday. Saturday morning, there's going to be an event with the Juventus Academy, and then we're going to have another event at Soccer Post. And then Sunday, we're going to have the watch party where Pirlo is going to be in the event. It's going to be at Legends Football Factory in New York City. It's a members only event, so basically all the slots that were available have been taken. But it's going to be a great way for all the Juventini in the area and all the ones coming as well. There are several people coming from different places, so it's going to be a great time for everyone, and we're going to have the ability to spend time with people that share our passions, and that's the best thing.
That's nice, exciting. So, well, I have a couple of questions for you, for all of you, actually, and we just we coming from the believe it or not, is like the 50 win in a row. We had a convincing, I would like to say, a convincing game against Verona. Okay, that we were able to win 2-0. Okay, and maybe we deserve a little more, but okay, the important was the 3 point. Okay, and now we are adding to the game against Atalanta, and all things considered, we are 6 points from the first one, that is Inter, okay, and we are 6 points behind Inter, and we are only 2 points ahead on the Lazio, that is the fifth in the standing. The question I have for you: do you believe we can race for Scudetto or not?
Mauro, vai.
Yes, I think we can. From at least from the last few games, I mean, we do seem laboring, but we do seem, at least results-wise, the more consistent of the top five. Lazio is hit and miss. Atalanta was horrible against Venezia. Napoli and Inter. Napoli is also laboring, although to me they deserved a lot against Inter. Inter seemed a little bit distracted, so we are there. Why not? I think
you're a believer.
Yeah. I think we can make it. We can.
Look at his forehead. What do you think?
He's not my believer. Yeah.
I think we can put this in our jerseys next year.
Billo.
I'm not that optimistic. I feel like in these 5 wins in a row, something else happened. Probably would say we went out of Champions League and Coppa Italia. So, PSV and Empoli, I don't think they are the strongest team in the world. And I heard Arsenal won against them 7-1. I don't know. So
okay, but that's not a question I ask you.
The question is, I cannot believe we win the Scudetto.
Okay.
If we win the Scudetto, I'm gonna grow my hair and turn them pink.
You're gonna grow your hair. That's the key word. You are gonna decide to grow your hair. I see.
I'm gonna go to Tijuana.
Oh, there you go.
And after making color pink.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna hold you accountable. Okay.
Oh, let's do it. Let's go to Tijuana.
I'm down to go to Tijuana.
I heard it there. So.
Okay, Giulio.
No, I don't. I'm not that confident that we are up for the task. Obviously, we're there. Why not to try, right? I mean, that's a different type of conversation. We're there. Let's play the next game. Let's see what happens. But I think that Inter, in terms of just like mentality, there are like 10 notches about us from that point of view. They believe they can win. They know they can win. They won last year, so they have like a big advantage on us. And then Conte is what does and drills that to his players. We are like this. What are we? Oh yeah, we won 5 in a row, but with the same team that got kicked out badly from Empoli. So we don't know what can happen. So I'm not that confident. I mean, I enjoyed the fact we're there, but hey, what did he ask?
Who was going to lift the trophy? Malta.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious that the Locatelli is the captain of this team. So I don't know what
Malta's going to lift the trophy for sure.
Well, guys, I think we can skip Eduardo. I don't think we need to ask him if he believes that we can win the Scudetto right away.
Actually, I want to know. I don't know what he believes. Who knows? He thinks that Locatelli can, take us to victory, maybe, triumph.
To the promised land. Yeah. I don't know if we can aim for the top, but we definitely should. Like, we're here, I don't know how, like whether, part it's our own merit, part is somebody else's fault, because, but we happen to be in a position where we don't have anything else to think about. Like, there is nothing else on the table for us. There is one game every week. Aim for the top. I mean, sometimes maybe the players need, because we had this mentality of like, oh, think of the next game. I mean, Thiago's the same way. And one game at a time, which is great. But sometimes when you need to create a group and bond the team together, maybe you need some bigger, objective instead of the next game. Can I rally them around this idea that, we're here, why not try?
Yep. Okay. I was expecting quite optimistic, knowing you a little bit, Edo. So, okay. Raffaele, do you believe it?
Yes, I'm 100% invested in this belief. I think we deserve it as fans. As Juventus, we've gone through a lot, and I think something like this, a win, but winning this year will be terrific for us. Obviously, any win it's terrific, but specifically this year, I think some of you know what I will do if we win. I think I shared it on the chat. I'll make it public. I'll go dance in San Siro on my underwears. So please keep me accountable.
So we have Billo going to Tijuana. Billo going to Tijuana and growing pink hair, and Raffaele going to San Siro and dance with the underwear. Not a bad.
So I think we'll have some audience if things happen.
It's gonna be a big episode for sure.
Yeah. But I'm I think we don't have anything else. We don't have Coppa Italia, we don't have Champions League, so the guys can focus on every game, and I think there is a good chance.
Okay, so we have a question, interesting question, a follow-up question from the chat. I'm gonna share right now. I'm gonna answer. I don't believe
your point of view, Presidente.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna answer. So I don't believe we can win the Scudetto. I always said that. I think it's only Inter that can lose this. I think no, Inter is only Inzaghi can lose this Scudetto. Okay, he's trying his best, but we'll see what's gonna happen even with Champions League, because I think they can make a run for it. Okay, and so I don't believe, but I think we're gonna our chance. We're gonna find out pretty soon, because we have Atalanta on Sunday that I think is a huge game, because if we win the game, we're gonna reach the Atalanta in the third spot. Okay, and And then right after Atalanta, we're gonna play in Firenze. After that, our schedule actually get a little bit easier, but we'll see on Sunday. Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. But the question I have for you is from Giovanni. Okay, and he asking if you do achieve it, would it give a sense of far success? No, I don't think so. Would it make some people out to forget the actual struggle and mistakes that need to be fixed? And before I'm gonna give you the word to you guys, I like to say, because a lot of people say that we are still in the mix because Serie A is really average this year. I actually disagree, because if something was always true for Serie A, okay, it was like a really tough league. Okay, it's a league where you're gonna play like at away against the last team in the league. Okay, and you're gonna struggle. Okay, if you take apart like the half of the Scudetto that we won, that we were winning by March, and like the last two by Napoli and Inter, always we see like a team going head to head. Okay, and I think there is like Serie A this year actually it looked like it's fun to watch, because almost every game there is something to watch. Yes, the talent is not like in the 90s, in the early 2000, but actually I enjoy watching Serie A like I haven't done in many years. I don't know what you guys think. Mauro,
No.
I'm gonna start with Mauro.
No.
I think this year there is no consistency in any top team, which is what you had in the past. Like last year, I believe if we had the same points that we had last year, we would be 8 points ahead. So we would be like 2 points in the lead. And the last year we were already, I don't even remember, 10, 12 points behind Inter. I think top teams don't have consistency this year. So it has the appearance that is more balanced because of that, because nobody's achieving consistent results like when you normally have a top team that delivers on a regular basis. I wanted to add that I'm optimistic also because even now we are back to be the best defense. We're getting back Kalulu, which I think in Verona already I could feel his presence when he got in. And Miners, who knows, with the goal, maybe turn the key. I don't know, but I still think even before when we were struggling, we are still a difficult team to play against. And Atalanta, I think we can beat because they're not going to play 11 in the box like Verona. So I think we will labor less.
Below.
So if you're talking about the quality of the Serie A compared to the last few seasons, from what I watched in the last couple of days of Champions League, for example, the quality of the goals they've been scoring in Champions League, I don't see the quality of goals in Serie A ever in this season. Do you remember any goal like what was the one I posted on was the left kick from outside the box that the ball never touched the ground? It goes
At
perfect.
the end.
Yeah, from a Borussia Dortmund. Yeah.
Okay. No, go ahead.
I think the quality of the goals has to do with the quality of the players, and I don't feel it. And most of the players that we have,
And about what Giovanni was asking.
Yeah, winning means a lot. So no, the struggle you're gonna pass the struggle winning, and it's not like. Because you won, you're not going to add the key pieces that you're missing. I'm pretty sure the management knows what pieces that they're missing. And we can see it's very clear. We need to have players that don't get injured so fast. You have to have alternatives in a different position. As a defender, you need players that can get the ball with the head. Right now, the only one is Gatti. And Kalulu is amazing, but he doesn't have the quality, for example. So in a game like Verona, that you don't have to defend really in the box, is perfect. But in a real team that consistently want to win, you need to have everything. You cannot even just one quality. Kalulu is very fast and is able to push up. We're missing the Bremer presence, for example. I love the warrior mentality of Gatti. So you have to have all these players all together fit, right now what is we are missing is we get injured in the wine position, and we struggle because we keep playing the same players over and over and over until they get injured again. And that right now is what is happening with the center defenders. And finally, we have Kalulu back, and now we can have the rotation of 3 defenders playing. Kelly's been playing much better, for sure. Verona, I feel like was a game that you see him confident and giving something to our fans also as well. Make him like rise up and support the team after having a very, very difficult weekend. So I see some key pieces getting together, and I love to see the possibility we have forward with the sub. Like, who to me is always to be like the most important thing of the season. Be able to change the center forward with a different one, change the tool like other guys that play next to them. So I would love to see that all season. If we have those things, I don't think we can win a Scudetto, but we're going to get better. And next year, we're going to, for real, be there for the Scudetto.
Okay. Giulio?
I'm going to be quick. Going to Giovanni's question. I think when he talks about mistakes, struggles, and things to be fixed, I think to me, it comes back to winning mentality and experience, right? So we've always said winning helps winning, right? Just think of Inter for 10 years, they didn't win anything. I mean, I hate the guy who put him on a cross and nail him myself, but Conte gave them the winning mentality, right? That's what he gave them after 10 years, and that's what it helped them to become a team that wins. We don't have that yet. That's, to me, it's the main problem, the winning mentality, meaning what it means to be a Juventus, winning and the experience. But you win the Scudetto, you fix half of the problems. Because the other half is what Billo just mentioned, you know, and that helps. And then everybody like feels, you know, believes more in themselves and who they are, and we start next season like with a different approach. So yeah, winning would not mask anything, but will fix things, certain things.
Yep, I agree. Raffaele?
So in terms of Serie A, I think Totti the other day gave a good explanation of this. And basically he said, you know, this year we basically just have Dybala as one of the, like a champion, like a 40 class, like that they call it. And when he used to play, or, you know, during the good times, Baggio and Guardiola were playing at Brescia, just to do an example, right? And you might remember what we had at Juventus and all the other teams. So I think from that perspective, the quality is missing. But we make it up. Yeah, absolutely. But we make it up with the coaches, with the teams. I think the tactics. I think we are still up there in terms of coaches. So that's why, you know, where we can do good in Europe, or last year we did obviously a little bit better as a whole. But and then in terms of Juventus winning. Yes, it's going to erase all the bad thing, and I wish it does, because that's what I'm waiting for. I just want to forget all these 4 years of nothing, and it's not even nothing. It's just everything else that they have been bombarding us with. You know.
Well, so, look, we're close to the top, but they're already starting again. So you see that. So.
Exactly. Yeah. So you know.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. That's it. Yeah.
No, I mean, in terms of the quality of the Serie A, I think you guys said everything already. I mean, even the top teams, if you look at the roster of Napoli, for instance, it's not like the names jump out of the page. I mean, good players, some very good ones, but nothing, and that's pretty much a team contending for the title. Going back to what Giovanni was asking, I don't think it's going to give us a sense of, I mean, even the thought of it is crazy right now, but like, I don't think we can say we're going to feel some sort of false success if we do achieve winning the title, just because winning the title means very likely that you won, I don't know, 10 out of 12 or or 9 or something, means that you really did very well for the last third of the season, which means that you progressed, you fixed some of your problems, or at least you figured out a way to troubleshoot some of those problems, and you were able to sort of like we won 5 in a row. Now if we put together 10 more games, that means winning, what's that, 15 out of 17. That's an incredible success for these teams. So it to me, it gives us even more sense of a success, because it means like, well, we had a very bad season. We started decently, but then things went really sideways, and then we were able to turn it around and put together a really, really strong end of the season and win the title. That would be really good reason for going into the next year with some confidence that we can actually consistently be up there.
Okay, so we have another question for the chat, and then I have a question for you that it's kind of crazy, because I was listening a little bit today. I'm not listening that too much, honestly, lately, Radio Bianconera, and it was one of the speakers was saying, and actually they give for granted that the Motta is going to be replaced at the end of the year, okay? And there's this crazy question that is going to be, if we win the Scudetto, okay, that's think like, I personally think it's not going to happen, okay? If we win the Scudetto, are you going to keep Motta, or are you going to still replace it? And I think it's like one of the dumbest.
It's a stupid question, isn't it?
Exactly. Oh, okay. So we all agree, okay? Or someone will say, because I personally think that Motta is gonna stay, unless we're gonna probably lose all the last 12 games. I think Motta is gonna stay no matter what. Okay.
Yeah, if we don't make it to Champions League, I think they're gonna start thinking about Motta.
Exactly. They're gonna be probably exactly.
Right.
But it's good. I have no idea how can you replace the coach. Okay. So I think everybody will understand about it. The question of the chat.
We got rid of Sarri after winning the Scudetto, so it's not completely out of the.
It was a different team, a different situation. Yeah,
but can you imagine any other team in Serie A kicking the coach out of the locker room after winning the Scudetto?
Right. Mauro, what do you want to say?
No, I was thinking of Sarri. I also do not know what is
Allegri as well. The first Allegri.
Yeah. I also don't know what is the real situation in the locker room. How did they coalesce? Did they coalesce to say, okay, we pull together and then we get rid of the guy? I do not know. So I don't know if that is that certain, because I don't know what the players feel. I don't believe that the story that went out on the newspaper was a fake. That is a concern. The one that, there was a player that complained.
Oh, you are like Edo. Okay, so you're a believer in Novella 2000. Okay.
But the point is, like, there is always a player that complains in every team. The difference is, like,
I agree.
They wrote about this one and they're making it look like a big deal. I don't believe that, like, Inter is 25 players. There isn't anybody that hates Inzaghi. Even his mother probably hates Inzaghi. I mean, like, so, I mean.
But, Giulio, excuse me. Okay, so who do you think is the player that said that?
Me?
Everybody.
You're asking me or Mauro?
Mauro, because you don't believe that you can't just believe it.
Could be Vlahovic.
Okay, we ate Vlahovic. Okay, I'm sorry, he didn't do anything. Okay,
it must be a player that has some weight, right? Who are the players that have weight? Vlahovic, Gatti, Locatelli.
In the past, Danilo was one.
No, well, yeah, but he's an actual player. The one that the Mauro is speaking is an actual player, because
no. But I know, but we know what happened. We know what happened to Danilo. So I don't think Danilo would have said that without anybody else agreeing with him. He's the captain. The captain goes like crazy and goes. It's possible that somebody else was agreeing with him, no?
Yeah, but Danilo's situation is different. Like, he felt he wasn't involved in the project anymore. He was on his way out. Like, so maybe he was disgruntled from it for different reasons. From the actual team. Yeah,
I think it's not impossible. There are more than one players that they don't like Motta. This is what I'm saying.
Sure.
Okay. Since we were speaking about gossip, can I gossip too?
Please.
Okay. So
only if you tell me what time McKennie did go to bed last night.
But McKenny probably 4 in the morning, and he never got to sleep earlier than that. McKenny is like, it's not like any of us. Actually, either you are in that age, okay, you should go home and partying, go crazy. But you're the only young one. Sorry, Raffaele Mauro, but
It's true.
and so from Romeo Agresti, that actually I think everybody believe it is not my favorite, but he said that Danilo, when he show up for training this in August, he was the worst player in the worst physical condition. Okay, the guy that actually struggling in the locker room is not Gatti. Gatti is the one that is the closest to Thiago Motta. So we have been hearing for like months that Motta and Gatti, they're probably fighting every other day. Okay, so actually the guy after the game against PSV, there was kind of like a scuffle between not scuffle, but maybe a conversation, maybe like a heated conversation between Locatelli and Thiago Motta. Okay, so since everybody's gossiping, I'm gossiping too, but these their words are coming straight from Romeo Agresti, not like because someone that met him, a friend of mine met him, and he told me this. Okay, so the question from the chat was this. I would start like with the game against Verona with maybe Kalulu in place of Weah. That was me, my starting plan.
I was started like that too. You know, I had the same thought, but I saw that he might have Kalulu instead of Kelly. So
Gatti, like a center back? Okay.
Gatti, Kalulu, and then Wea, Cambiaso, and then the same. You know, the rest. And I had the same thought. I was like, I would put Kalulu instead of Wea. You know, or if you have to rest the center back, I would rest Gatti. That has played.
Yeah, but Atalanta is like the game of the game in this moment. So, well, okay.
It is. That's true too. It is.
Let's go on opposite. Edo, I know you were taking a nap about.
No, I'm not taking a nap. I mean, I actually agree with Giulio. I don't think I would have Kalulu playing right back. In a way, like where I can be a liability.
So you are disagreeing with me? Oh, that's something new.
Oh, come on. I mean, Weah is a weird thing for me because defensively can be a liability, but it's got that pace.
Yeah.
That sometimes, I mean, maybe playing both Weah and Cambiaso can be too risky in a way that, you know, we sometimes we have like one of the left backs or the right back being a little more forward thinking and the other one being a little more so having both of them being very sort of like attacking players. I don't know, but I've seen Weah with a pace. I don't know, maybe just the idea of we were used to seeing Savona play there who could rarely cross the midfield and put a cross in. But I kind of starting to like Weah playing right there. So if we have to play Kalulu and if we think that Kalulu has at least 60, 70 minutes, then probably Kelly would be on the bench for me.
So you will start Weah as a right back and Gatti and Kalulu as center back. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
I also heard
else,
some rumors that Renatone Vega might be at least
still not with the group. He's still not with the group.
I don't know.
It's close. It's close. They say it's close to coming
He look
back.
close, but he hasn't trained with the group yet.
I mean, that's good news either way
sorry.
because it's gonna. I mean, eventually at some point, Gatti's gonna take a rest because I mean, he's been playing for 3 months every single time.
The last time we had 4 center backs was a year ago, I think.
2019 or something.
Raffaele?
In the past, I would say, okay, put this, put that. I think, I don't even want to say, or I don't want to pick anyone. I think we need to be, I hope that he stays close with what he did with Verona. But most important, I trust whatever he's going to do, just because, it's either make it or break it now. So if the players are with him, I think they know who has to play. And if they are not playing from the beginning, whoever comes in, it's going to do their job. I trust pretty much everyone on the team. But, even we have talked about Vlahovic, which is the only one that, I hope he gives a little bit more. Kopp Miners, I hope he he can get better from whatever he's suffering or whatever he has in his head. But everybody else, I think, when they come in, they apply themselves, and it was very important to see this last game. This was very important because the week before I had said, Motta lost the team, but the way that they played this last game, I think somebody talked, they talked, something happened, and they were back on track.
Finger crossed. Billo?
I think we have to keep Atalanta outside of the box. So we gotta stay high up. And Shelby is agreeing with me. This is what she's saying right now. And basically, I feel like Cambiaso, between Weah and Cambiaso, for sure. Cambiaso is the one is more liability in defense for us. At many times we get score with in the situation would be the fifth of Atalanta coming in and receiving the cross. And there is where is much more concerned. This is why we have to stay high up. And Atalanta has problems in defense, and we should put some pressure on them with that. Saying that, I would start Dusan and finish with Kalulu. I will finish with Kalulu with the fresh legs and
Kalulu or Colomoni?
Colomani, sorry.
Okay.
Colomani in front to the last 30 minutes and being able to run behind their defense. The person that gives the kind of balls is either Nico, Coop Miners, and he can be in some situation Ildiz. So we have that thing to make it happen. It's the only way.
Auro?
I like one of the suggestions to put either Kalulu or Alberto Costa on the right. I'm okay with Kelly, the way that he played in against Verona in the middle. Cambiaso on the left. I don't want to personally see Nico Gonzalez anymore. So I would like to have Weah on the right and Bangul on the left, which are fast. And probably I would even put Cobb Miners instead of McKennie. Needs to me a little bit of a rest.
So you wouldn't play Ildiz?
Either Ildiz or McKennie in the middle, but McKennie I think needs a little bit of a rest. He seemed tired.
And we have 5 subs.
Yeah, we have exactly.
It's not like if you don't start, it doesn't mean you cannot change the game. So
yeah. But,
interesting. Yeah. So we are seeing nobody has the same idea. It's interesting. So, but okay. Mm-hmm. So yeah, well, it's interesting because I think Alberto Cosa shows some. Alberto Carlos. Now I say that he shows something, and I wouldn't start him against Atalanta. Honestly, I still think that I was. Still, I like Kalulu as a right back, honestly, so I can keep like Weah as an option on the winger. So we're gonna basically have 4 winger, Ildiz, Nico, Weah, and Bancula that we can rotate eventually. Okay, and since we have 5 sub, why not? Okay, he's out. I think he's not gonna.
He's hurt.
Yeah, I think maybe he's gonna be back for Fiorentina. Maybe for Edo. Have you heard any more gossip from your favorite heroes?
No.
Okay.
He's hurt. I mean, nothing too serious, but he's not available.
So that means 2 months, according to J America standard time, right?
Course, yeah. We'll see in September, but then, yeah.
No, okay. So I have last question for you that if you want to have a talk about whatever, I need to ask you personally what you think about what happened with the organized fun on Sunday night in front of the G Hotel. Actually, I think it was quite embarrassing. There was like probably 70 person outside the hotel, like yelling, screaming, and doing I don't know what. Okay, thank you for the thumbs up, Bill.
I was expressing.
Okay. And
yeah, I saw it on Edo too. Why mine is nowhere?
It's nice that they were singing the "We Are the Juventus" and there were 70 people, 80 people, and so I think like it was quite embarrassing. But this is my opinion. I don't know what you guys think about that. Whoever want to go can go.
I can go. No, I don't think it was was the worst thing I ever seen. And I think the players show something in the game because of that. Also, you put some pressure on them, and they show up and they relentlessly try to score. We never give up on the game even when we're not scoring, and we keep attacking until we finally made it happen in the situation with Locatelli, Cambiasso, Thuram.
I don't think that I mind the personal attacks. I mean, you can protest the team, sure, but personal attacks to the coach, that was quite disgusting. Because of that, I just think that maybe, as Bilo was saying, maybe they were the fertilizer that made grow something in the team.
I don't think it had anything to do with the game we played, to be honest. But tagging along with, huh?
You think it was more Empoli?
I think it was like more what Motta said in the post Empoli, and then what happened after that. The coach says, "I'm ashamed of all of you." I think is a far more impact that 70 brainless rhinos that go there and insult the coach. So because he was insulting the coach, it wasn't a protest. So you can, if you protest, it's one thing. If you go there just insulting, it doesn't do anything, right? So I don't think that was anything really. It was a shameful sight on my end of just stupid people. But I think they had a conversation. Something happened, and they came together. Which I think, and we haven't said that yet. The game against Verona actually proves the point that I don't believe the team is against the coach, even if there is a player or two that they don't like it, whatever. But dude, they came back and probably they played one of the best games of the season, right? It doesn't happen with the team that is against the coach, something like that. You play. That's a team that wants to show something, not that is playing against the coach. So that we need to say that, which is I think the most important thing that came out of their game outside of the 3 points. So.
And I think Maurizio agreeing with Giulio, I think, over here, because he has Gatti Kalulu, Cambiasso, and then Coop Miners has, okay, instead of McKennie. Raffaele, what do you think about the organized fun protest outside?
Yeah, I think I have the same thinking. That personal attacks are not a good thing. Obviously, when these people get together, the bad gets the better out of them. But on the other side, I think there were better times to do something like this. Could have been done in the past in a more civil way, right? But I think this is counterproductive in a way to do it now, and especially the way that it was done. I don't know why we are like that, but Ronaldo came and they started complaining, and they were with the back against the we shoot ourselves in those parts many times.
We like to do it. It looks like we like to do that.
Yeah. So I don't know. Must be the water in Torino. I don't know what's going on, but I think they should support. From here we are how many miles away are we from here, and we support them every weekend, every weekday. We are there. I wish I could be at the stadium every single
look at what
game.
you're gonna have this weekend, for example. So yeah,
exactly. So yeah, for me it's I would support all the time, but that's obviously not the case.
Edo?
I mean, I don't think it's that sort of action is worthy of our time. It's as Mago said, very, very, very nicely. Like, you can do whatever, but when you cross into, insults and personal attacks on your own coach, when you're trying to save the season and possibly maybe even achieve something that was completely just out of the picture not even 2 weeks ago, it makes no sense whatsoever. And the way I saw it reported, it was like, it seemed that they asked for some sort of interaction with Thiago Motta, and I think Juventus left him the choice whether you can go out and talk to these people, or you can easily just not do it. And I'm so glad that he did not do that, because there is no way you open up that sort of dangerous channel where you go out and you interact with these, as Julia called them, brainless rhinos. Like, I mean, they're not worthy of our time. Team has much bigger things to worry about, and I really hope that was not what made a difference in how we played against Verona, because I want a team that responds to the coach. I don't want a team that responds to people outside in the parking lot.
I think they should have protested underneath wherever is the headquarters, because to me the fact that we still have a GM and a club in general that does not talk, sending Motta to do the mea culpa after Empoli and Giuntoli almost maybe obligated that he spoke the day after, that's not good. That's still not good. To me, that is worth protesting, because the communication from that team, to me, has been horrible throughout the season. They don't talk.
So the last question I have for you actually is the prediction. So if you want, we can start going there. Actually, I was right last week. I predicted 2-0. I was wrong because I predicted that Nico Gonzalez goal, and of course I was wrong predicting Nico Gonzalez goal. But I predicted the Cop Miners goal. Okay, so let's do the prediction, and then we're gonna see what we're gonna talk about the last 5 minutes. Okay, Mauro, I want to hear your prediction. You're Atalanta that actually we're gonna play 12:45, right? Because Italy, they're gonna change the time. So for you, it's gonna be 3:45, right? Raffaele, for you, 3:45 p.m. if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I'm still confused because of all those messages we got. So I think it's 3:45.
Yeah. Prediction. Who will go?
I stick with my favorite 1-0, and I'll go with Wea.
Ooh.
He's the only one that shoots from outside the box.
Why, you want to wait for Locatelli to shoot from outside the box? Poor guy. Come on. He had like 35 shots against Verona. I'm sorry. But okay, wait. Since you touched Locatelli, okay, I think he had like an average game, like always do on Monday. Okay, but I like it a lot in 2 moments. It's the first time I shoot Locatelli. They see Locatelli raised as a captain in the first half, when basically he talked with Yildiz, because there was Valentini that was basically raping him, okay, and Yildiz was getting nervous, okay, and Locatelli actually coming down, and I think he played pretty good after that, especially after the Cop Miners goal, because he was the one that he went over there and started hacking him, and he went under the Curva Nord, okay, not the one they organized.
And you don't like gossip, eh? And you don't like gossip.
No, it's not. This is not a gossip.
Do you like a player that
I like that.
Give a hug to somebody that scored, and you say like,
it's not a gossip. It showed that he was a captain. I think he was a good captain.
He probably was the closest one to the one who scored.
No,
he came from the other side of the stadium and went there. Like he was a goalie. Yeah.
Well, you can see the video. I think Juventus posted it. But with the Yildiz in the first half, I think it was the first time he showed that he was a good captain. Hey, it's my opinion. You can disagree. You can disagree.
It's a big gossip to me.
That's not a gossip. If you look at the video, if you don't look at the video, if you don't watch a game, it's not my fault. So
you're saying that he was the happiest because Kupmaya scored.
Well, look,
Sorry,
How do you
Matteo.
know? How do you know?
Matteo, before you keep going, I would like still to point out that it's the second game in a row that we got robbed by VAR.
Don't tell Billo because Billo disagree with this too.
No,
No?
to me that was a penalty against Verona.
I say on the last one, and this one I don't see this one, but the last one for sure. Yes, 2 hands push. Yeah, for sure. This one I still didn't see like the definitive like beside the frame of him touching with the head. To me, is right here, but many people disagree. To me,
Prediction.
Retegui Lukman.
2-0 Atalanta?
Yeah.
Puttana Eva.
Then I'm the pessimist one. Gee.
Exactly, right? Okay, so we are 1-0.
Mamma mia.
Giulio?
Giulio,
What can I do after he said that? It's unfixable.
Okay, 2-1. We want 2-1. Colomwani and Colomwani Zappa Costa.
It's possible.
And
But guys, do you care about Atalanta scoring too much?
Costa is very possible. Quadrado is possible also.
My who? Who?
X devo score against us.
And Ilditz.
Mi sto grattando come una bestia.
Yeah, we're waiting for
Zappa
either.
Costa, Quadrado, Lukman. What are we talking about here?
Grazie quando dico che vince lo scudetto e anche quando perde.
I don't talk about like for just for a matter of superstition, just say something positive, you know.
1-1 for Maurizio.
1-1 would be good.
2-0 for us.
Dai,
Wow.
2-0 for us. Muani
Wow.
for
Ecco,
sure.
me l'hai seccato, ok?
A vita. and Ildis has got to score sometime.
No.
Jesus, this guy, like, he's
No,
gotta
me li ha seccati entrambi, ma Dio. Mamma mia.
What did you say?
Ma
Did you say the same?
Yeah, I
I
said
I stopped listening to you at Zappa Costa. Sorry. Like,
yeah, but Colomoni, I already said Colomoni.
Muani e Ildis.
Raffaele, Edo?
So I'll go with 3-1 for Juventus in Gasperini we trust. There are two coaches that have their own way of thinking, so I hope Gasperini pulls one. And I think Thuram, Vlahovic, and Gatti.
Gatti. All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
So
Yeah.
since it worked last time, I'm gonna say 1-1, and then we're gonna win, right? So, and
Could you please say the scorer?
Who's
I want to
gonna
see
score?
from Atalanta. I don't care about Juventus at this point. Just tell me which one from Atalanta is going to score.
Ederson. No, no. I think for us it's gonna be. I'm gonna go with Thuram because he's on a hot streak. He's gonna.
Cazzo, me li avete seccati tutti. Porca troia.
And for
Well,
Atalanta,
yeah,
I don't care. It could be whatever.
Well, John, the question is the last time Italy produced a Ballon d'Or quality player. Well, actually, Buffon.
Jeez.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pirlo, Buffon.
I mean, last generation, pretty much. So, not this generation. We don't have any in this generation.
Well, for sure, we move our. We are more fluent in Italian. We can really be really productive and use a lot of fantasy with the animal. I think, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, anybody want to say anything else? If you want to, we're still 5 minutes.
So was offside the one from?
Billo, I sent you what I was talking about.
Yeah. So people believe it was not offside on the goal of Verona.
No, I think
No, they
what
were
they claim
saying,
is that
they're claiming that basically when Di Gregorio basically rebounded the ball, that stopped the
that's a
attacking
new.
action and it started a new play basically. And it's crazy if you think about it, because there was probably 6 feet offside.
Yeah, it was
And it's crazy because if that ball, when after the goal, maybe he be played by Juventus player and miss a pass, there's gonna be a goal. It's crazy.
But
It's
did
unbelievable.
the linesman lift the flag
No.
there? Or
No,
not?
no, no.
Was the whole
No.
VR?
Yes.
Wow, that's insane.
And
he was
Faraoni
right
was
there.
like 5 yards from the line.
Yeah, I know. I remember
Yeah.
that. But
What is he looking at?
The moment to see if he left the flag or not.
I mean, sometimes
so-
you get like, the players are on the other side,
Yeah.
and it's like a matter of inches. Yeah, it's right there, and it's like 15 yards offside. Like,
That's
I
insane.
don't understand.
So I do have a question since we got a few minutes. So when we got out against Empoli, right, everybody was pointing the finger in one direction or another. Like, is the coach? A lot of people said it's the lack of management, right, or management not supporting. So who's taking merit for now this win? So, right, we won 2-0. We have 5 straight wins. We're like back in the race, right? So now, who's gonna take credit for this? The coach,
For
management,
sure, not the management.
the player.
I mean,
No,
what did the
no,
management
I-
do?
But so how does it work?
I agree
So-
with you, Edo. Unbelievable.
Right. Okay. Perfect. So how does it work? When we're doing well, it's merit of the team. When we get out of against Empoli, it's the management's fault.
No,
That's
I mean,
what I don't understand now how that works.
to me at least, when you're looking at a whole season, then you can think of, outside of just the players and the coaches, because that's where management comes in with, the transfer market and the culture, if you want to call it that way.
Yeah, but when we talk about key games, Empoli was a key game, Feyenoord was a key game, Verona was a key game, really, to go back in the race, right? So
Yeah, but like on a week-to-week basis or a game-to-game basis, then I highly doubt that anything changed in terms of. I mean, it could be that Giuntoli just went down to the locker room and said a few words.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. So I don't think either, Scanavino, Ferrero, or Elkan did the same thing.
Right.
So it's
They didn't know we were playing on Monday.
probably
Right.
they showed up on Sunday.
So
and they
if
were
the
like,
team
"Where's
managed
everybody?"
to pull that win playing that way, right? It's the credit is theirs. Like, it's their freaking fault the way they lost against Empoli. That's my point.
I think
You're
I think
looking at Empoli and you're not looking at the whole season. To me, that's
No,
the-
if you tell me it's been the management involved, I tell you no, they suck. They could have been better. Yes, they could have been better. But like, I'm looking at key games. I can't just say, oh, it's because of
for the Empoli game, I blame the players. Personally, I blame the players.
right
and the coach.
right. And the coach, players
No,
and coach. I mean,
no,
all
because,
of it. They're a
because
whole. The team.
against the backup of Empoli, okay, even if my son that he doesn't even know what is a throw-in, okay, is the coach. That team that was put on the pitch, they should have won the game. That
I
game,
suppose.
You're the coach. You're always responsible for what your players do. I don't care.
that
I mean,
game specifically, that game, I'm not gonna say anything to Thiago Motta. That game was lost by the player. Hey, that's my opinion. I'm not saying that I'm right.
I'm not, but like,
You're playing against the backup of Empoli, and you play with your starting 11.
Isn't the relegation area, by the way?
No, the delta of quality between the two teams was so apparent that it's supposed not even to be a game. And I don't think Empoli have any will to come in Turin and win in Coppa Italia. So they were like, let's put in the young kids, and whatever happens, because for us it's important during the season. Now, what I'm thinking about right now, what the question is say, like right now is a question of stubbornness between two persons. One, probably Motta, that decide from the beginning of the season that doesn't want to have any involvement of Giuntoli being part of a certain situation in the locker room. At the same time, Giuntoli be like, okay, this is what he wants. I'm not going to go down. And for the good of our team, I think they should talk to each other and show they are smart people, and they can act together.
I agree with Maurizio what he's saying. I think Motta didn't really motivate them in the right way.
I mean, look at
All
how
of
they came
them-
back from the halftime.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. It's the team's fault there because like you suck first half. I understand where you got scored almost 3 times. Then you come back, you rip them a new one, you win 5-0. No, they struggled to score and then ended up losing. That's like a whole team problem in that moment. And when I say team, I say both. Coach Mauro, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's still bizarre though that this year we are Jekyll and Hyde after halftime. Like we do still tend to do only 45 minutes except Verona, because with Napoli, PSV also. I mean PSV the first half we contained them without much issues. Second half we disappeared. If you guys want to know something that is completely crazy, etc., I read that the Milan jersey that they play against Lazio is sold out.
No way. The Portugal one?
Yeah.
How many there were?
But they
Wow.
made Andre,
Well,
they made the Andre
I don't know.
That's what they must have produced like 50, and
yeah,
the
Very
wives of the players bought it, something
and
like
they
that.
sold it for okay guys, it's time. They're kicking me out. So to recap, I have 2-1. Mauro have 1-0. Bill, we lost 2-1. Giulio 2-0. 2-0. Yeah.
He's proud of his 2-0. Hey, don't sneak in any goals in there.
But because
1 and 1.
I hope to be wrong so much that I prefer to.
You better be wrong, otherwise you're not gonna be back.
If you're right, we know where to find you.
Wow.
No, go on. Okay. Having said that, guys, thank you so much again. Raffaele, have fun for us. Send a lot of pictures, please.
Yes,
Tell
please.
Chiellini hi from us, okay? And tell Pirlo,
Pirlo.
hopefully he
Pirlo
wakes
too.
up. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Pirlo for me.
Okay, and then yeah, strong boy, you're right, Maurice. Bill is gonna listen to me, really. And thank you again, guys. Thank you so much. And fino alla fine.
Bye, have a good night.
Ciao.
Fino alla fine.